very special honor for me to be among tonight the legends of sports broadcasting. It's a privilege to be recognized as an inductee to the Sports Broadcasting Hall of Fame. Congratulations to all tonight's honorees. You all have made a tremendous impact on the industry, and many Hall of Famers have had a direct impact, certainly, on broadcasting that I've experienced in the industry. Also, I've obviously looked at it through a different lens. I've spent my life working in transportation and competing in motorsports, either as a driver, an owner, or a promoter. But after the speeches tonight, I know I'm in the right place. I was involved in sports broadcasting for more than 4 decades. Many people don't know that I was a color commentator only for 2 races. My first career was the broadcast of the first televised sprint car race, guess what, at the Action Track in Terre Haute, Indiana in 1971. And guess what? My fellow inductee, Doug Wilson, obviously one of the great producers for Wide World of Sports, was with me. I also worked as an analyst in Las Vegas for the Formula One race in 1981. My experience really gave me the opportunity to understand what it meant to be a broadcaster or an analyst. And I guess that made me realize that I was better suited on the pit box running a race and not in the broadcast booth, I can tell you. I'm a racer, and our teams have experienced our share of winning over the years, with more than 500 victories, including the Indianapolis 500 18 times. Thank you. One of the lessons I learned early, what racing needed was television and radio to grow, and television needed the help of the drivers and the teams to create the best show possible. Today, I'm really proud of the advancements in broadcast technology. They've helped build motor racing. The innovation we've experienced has brought our fans closer and created a deeper level of engagement with our sport. Working with some of the most creative minds in broadcasting, we were able to develop technology that allowed the fans to experience racing through the eyes of the competitors. Motorsports introduced new technology. The world captured speed, strategy, and excitement of racing. As you were able to see in the opening video, we took the viewer inside the cockpit with in-car cameras. It really was a game changer. For the first time, fans could see what the driver experienced during the competition, and the evolution of that technology has included cameras, can you believe it, embedded in the track to truly appreciate the speed, and the helmet and pit view cameras that showcase the amazing teamwork and the precision of a pit stop. Guess what? Back when I was driving, the team communicated with me by writing a message on a chalkboard. Guess what? Can you believe that today? Think about how a driver communicates today, and thinking you have the opportunity to give access to the fans and the strategy and through the competition with today's technology. Fans actually can look at what car that they want to be involved in, what driver. They can listen to the communication between the driver and the crews during the race. Guess what? Imagine an NFL quarterback and his head coach talk through a key play at the line of scrimmage, and then hearing the reaction of the play as it developed. Now imagine that at 200 miles an hour. With our company's recent acquisition of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the IndyCar Series, and IMS Productions, we are going to work hard with our broadcast partners to continue the innovation in broadcast technology. This opportunity will allow us to engage millions of fans through the broadcast mediums around the world. as well as the 300,000 people, the largest single sports event in the world, the Indianapolis 500. It's important to demonstrate, thank you. It's important to demonstrate the physical and mental challenges that our amazing drivers face each weekend by monitoring the drivers' mental conditions throughout the race. We have the technology to put the fans in the driver's seats so they can appreciate the capabilities of these amazing athletes. This honor, being inducted into the Sports Broadcasting Hall of Fame, is so special to me. It recognizes the relationships that I've built within the motorsports broadcasting industries. I first became involved in broadcasting in the 1970s as we started to build championship auto racing, IndyCar. We developed and cultivated many relationships with some of the most experienced and creative people. Those relationships helped lay the groundwork for today's modern auto racing coverage. I think back to some of those relationships and the innovators in sports broadcasting. Many broadcasting Hall of Famers were certainly instrumental in helping change how racing is viewed on television. We worked very closely with Don Omeyer and his company to produce our IndyCar race broadcast. And Don had the creative vision to take racing coverage in new directions. I want to thank Howard Katz for his call on this great honor for me, but he helped change the business model that was unique at that time. As we built the TV package and sold advertising on the broadcast, this became a very effective way for sponsors to invest in the sport and maximize opportunities in racing. Roone Arledge saw the excitement and the drama in racing. He helped bring the entertainment of the sport to network television. Jeff Mason built the international broadcast package as racing reached the global stage. Chet Forte directed many of the groundbreaking Indianapolis 500s that left a lasting impact with the fans and viewers. I'm also proud that I say that I worked with some of the most decorated, accomplished announcers in sports history. People like Jim McKay, Keith Jackson, Chris Schenkel, and Brett Musburger, as they developed a real passion for racing through their broadcast coverage of the Indianapolis 500. A big reason for the success of racing on television in the 80s and in the 90s was the quality of the race broadcasts and how they captured the human drama of the sport. We would not have been able to accomplish that without the trust of the broadcast teams. We gave them access they never had before, and sharing our strategy before the race and the technical information of our cars. By working together, we were able to create a compelling product and build our audience of race fans across the globe. I want to thank Kenny Gard and everyone at Sport Broadcasting Hall of Fame for this special honor. And I want to thank those of you in the industry for your dedication to racing coverage. Thank you, everyone that has worked so hard at Team Penske for our success together over the years. I also want to thank my wife, who is here tonight, Kathy, of 46 years, and my son, and all for all their support. They've been an important part of our team for every lap, win or lose. My wife has been my crew chief. I want to thank her again, and thank you all tonight for this great honor. Happy holidays.